Okay, now I'm here. How is everybody doing? Hello, hello, hello. And am I too loud? Because it looks like I might be clipping again. I don't know. Trying to get the right balance is never something that works. So can you hear me? Tell me in the chat. And I want to make sure that this thing is working. Hey Jen, welcome in. Hello Miss Tara, welcome in. Why is that not doing what I'm telling? Auto activate, supposed to be activated. I thought it'll work. It'll work itself out. Okay. Anyway, we are going to be looking at the new things that are coming your way from Spellbinders. Today is new release day. One of the things I did think I was going to show you today, I'm not going to get to show you till next week because it's not coming out yet. And that's, I think, was it next week? Anyway, it's not coming out till later. And just found out this morning. So, anyway, I don't want that up. Why is that there? Close that. Don't know. All right. Things. Yeah. I don't know. Alrighty. So, okay. Cheryl says that it sounds good on her end. Yay. Still not going into the Social Stream Ninja for some reason, and I don't know why. Okay. Well, anyway, we're going to start looking at some things. What it basically means is I may not be able to pop some of your stuff up on the screen like I usually do because I don't have all the things, and I don't know why I don't have all the things. I have not had a chance to test out everything this morning because I was packaging some stuff that came in because I was trying to get stuff done. What I did do, I also walked down to the mailbox today. So, except for probably the last couple of days worth, I'm caught up on mailing out the giveaway cards. So you guys are going to have some things coming your way. And we have a couple of people that you're going to get lots of envelopes because y'all won a lot of cards in the last couple of weeks. Like, what is up with that? I don't know why it's saying just you. Maybe it's just that you're here every single day, Jen. Alrighty. I still want this thing to go over to my Social Stream Ninja. Why is it not going over there? I want it in that chat. Select live source. I did that. I thought I activated it. We're going to see if it did it. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Anyhow. So you guys ready to see some goodies? Okay, now it is working. Now I am happy because that last comment did come through. So thank you, Miss Jen. Alrighty. I am going to go ahead and give Ms. Cheryl a nice shout out real quick. At some point, I'm going to have it set up so it automatically does for people that I know have channels. I think I have to actually go in and tell Streamlabs or somebody each individual one. I've only got a couple people set up so far because I just discovered that it's one of those things that got added on when I wasn't looking. Okay, I have a little box that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 collections that are coming out like right now. And I'm going to go ahead and show them to y'all. I do have something like an old sticker on a couple of them, so don't pay any attention to that. And then we're going to make something. Oh geez, at least I donated one. Love you, Jen. I was just surprised. It's like, as I'm going through, it's like, I've got another label sticker for Jen, and another label sticker for Jen, and another label sticker for Jen. So yeah, I know you did a bunch of them. So when I do a shout out, by the way, guys, oh, and Jen says, hi, Todd. But anyway, when I do a shout out, like I just did one for Cheryl, I want you guys to go and show her lots of love. She has an amazing channel. You guys need to check her out. Okay, so first, and we have the Todd foot alert. Okay, first up we have, oh, I think I'm saving that one till last because I think that's the one I might want to play with today. Yeah. Okay, so this one, this is the second one, is called Tabbed Classics. Okay. I've got everything separated out into little bags so I can keep track of it all. So first off, let's see. We've got a couple of embossing folders. Let's take a look at that. So this one, this is something that's a little different. Spellbinders does not usually do the two. But because they're so huge, because I do have a couple of them, I think I've decided to get rid of a couple of them that have got two different designs. And the reason for that is because they were like this much. It's like you basically had to use them both on the same card, even if you didn't really want to, because, yeah. With this one, you could do both of them on the same card, or you could do two completely different textures on your card front. And this one is a 3D embossing folder. So yeah, this one is called Polka Dots and Posies Duo. Really pretty. Then we've got this one that I'm not 100% sure how it's supposed to work, so I did try it out, and I'm still not 100% sure how it's supposed to work because I had to do something I thought was kind of different. Okay, Spellbinders had come out a while ago with the embossing folders that you could die cut at the same time. And now I get interrupted while I'm talking. Thanks, Jen. So anyway, this one has got some pretty flowers. This one is called Thank You Bouquet. It's got flowers, so you've got your main flower here. You've got individual pieces that you can emboss, but then you've also got the dies, right? And when I tried... Hey, Danielle. When I tried just doing the, maybe emboss and then die cut so that I could see where they were, I'm just going to show y'all what came out of it, okay? They are visible. You are able to see them. But... this is the one. Okay, this light, let's lower that a little bit. So this one, I embossed it. I embossed it and then I cut it out so that I could make sure that my die was in place, and it smushed it a little bit, which is what I expected, okay? Then I tried using the piece where I did the die cutting out of it. I used that as a template. And now the raised edges aren't really as squished. So I'm thinking that's probably how I'm going to use it until I see how someone else has gotten a better result. Okay. So I'm kind of thinking you'll have to do cut out all of your pieces and then line them up in there so that they match. I don't know. It is kind of interesting though, because you're going to be able to have dry embossed die cut pieces that fit perfect. So you're going to have some lovely, it's going to be so pretty. So that one I am excited about trying out. Again, I want to see how other people are using it because I want to get good results, and I'm learning all the time too. So sometimes I don't really know what the heck I'm doing, and I'm learning just like y'all, and I like watching my YouTube videos too so I can get more tips and tricks that I can use and then that I can pass on to you. So that one again is called Thank You Bouquet. And is the music too loud? I need to know if the music is too loud. I'm going to see if I can hear what it looks like. Okay, I am nice and loud. Okay, never mind. I had to go and listen to it myself. All right, so I am louder than the music. I am quite a bit louder, so I'm going to lower my volume a little bit. Because I kind of think that if you guys are trying to hear the music at all, then I'm blowing your ears out. So I do apologize. So this one is called Tab In and Out Sentiments. So we've got a bunch of sentiments. We've got the stamps and the dies, and the packaging that it came with, I trimmed it down so it would fit. It shows all the things. Happy, celebrate your birthday, anniversary to an amazing couple. Don't know what that one says. Mostly because I have this backwards, so I can't read it. What? Oh, okay, I get it. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sentiments, but the dies cut them out as individual lines. I was thinking, okay, what's going on? So we have happy to celebrate your birthday, anniversary to an amazing couple that you are happy to celebrate, happy anniversary, happy that you're a great friend. So all of those would go with that first word, happy. Okay. I made this for you. Thinking of you at this difficult time, thinking about how much I miss you. Pull, so for a pull tab. Sending a huge hug, sending feel better wishes, sending heartfelt thanks. This is actually genius. Sometimes we have trouble trying to pair up two-piece sentiments. I'm one that I don't tend to use them paired up that much. I do it sometimes, but not a lot. And this is kind of guiding you to, okay, stamp out this one thing and use them both together. So we've got wishing we were neighbors, wishing you the most wonderful day. Oh, this is so cute. This collection, by the way, is part of a, this one is actually an add-on for another set, which is a tabbed set, which I don't have. But all of this stuff can work fabulously on their own. And it was actually it was an envelope. It was the Essentials envelope. Or envelope. Anyway, it was an envelope die set. I'll have to look it up and make sure that you guys have access to it. We've got this one that goes with this. So this is where you can color up using the stencils all of those pretty flowers. That's going to be fabulous. And then we've got this that makes a tab or pocket for your card. So that's going to be a second, like, I don't really do little pockets on my cards, but I'm going to do it for this one. So we've got a tab thing here too. And I'm thinking that's actually going to be kind of a cool thing that you could use like for organization too. That's where my brain goes. So we have two different pieces that go here, two different accents, and then we've got all these pretty flowers. And this one is called Essential Envelope as Everyday Add-ons. So if you've got the Essential Envelope set, this collection will go with that. Okay. Okay, so Cheryl said that she can barely hear it. That's probably because you had it so I wasn't blowing your ears off. So that's the second collection. Oh yeah, that's the first one you got to see because I hid the other one. This one is called, oh, this is so friggin' cute, guys. Y'all are gonna love this. This is called Bon Appetito. And first off, the embossing folder, 3D embossing folder, tons of pasta. Okay, love that. So that gives you a little bit on the theme, but we have pasta. We have pasta, we have ravioli, we have macaroni, we have spaghetti. These two go together for spaghetti. I don't see a meatball. Oh, I know where the meatball is. But anyway, spaghetti and bow tie pasta. And I forgot what those are called. But in my mind, all macaroni is macaroni. All pasta is pasta. I don't see any fettuccine. I want my fettuccine. That's okay. I can eat fettuccine for lunch. We have a little fork. They all have little arms and legs and smiles. Look at the little mushroom with a little face. I mean, and they have a little chef's hat, a little bow tie, and is that a bell? I don't know what that is, but I mean, isn't this just freaking cute? Okay, we got all those, but wait, there's more. This one is called Pasta Friends. The next one is called Ingredients Buddies. So we have a tomato, we have garlic, we have cheesies, and they all have cute little faces. We have a meatball, and I think that might be an onion or something. I'm not sure. Italian smiles. I know, these are so cute. Hi, Miss Ruth. This is just friggin' adorable. And on this, here's the meatball. And this, I think, is for it to have sauce on top of the meatball. And then we have the sentiments. Stay saucy, my friend. You're the rabbi best. Penne for your thoughts. Love you. Hugs. Hi, Maureen. You're beautiful inside and out. Ciao, Bella. Time to carb load and celebrate. Ti amo. Great, Grate. Friends, finish each other's pastas. Take it slow like Sunday sauce. Grazie. More spaghetti, less upsetty. Okay, so Ruth says Crafter's Companion has a stamp and die set of noodles, so I'll have to be skipping the set. Yeah, I love this one, though. This is just so freaking cute. When I saw it, I was like, yes, please, I have to have it. Hello, Mamma Mia. Full of gratitude and possibly ricotta. Sending macaroni kisses, best wishes. Thanks For folie do, pasta la vista. Pasta la vista, baby. With you, life's never plain pasta. For you, stay strong and pasta on, and happy birthday. This is just so much fun. And you saw this is not the one that I put to the side that I could not let y'all see yet. So I am definitely going to want to play with that in the next few days. So much fun. Then we've got Hi, Miss Adelaide. On a sentiment stamp, they say that there's only one great live your pesto life. Yeah, I love sentiments like that. But you know what? If you don't have those sentiments and you want something like that, get out your Cricut Joy. You can do it. Or print your own, right? Hello, has Adeline been naughty or nice? Adeline's been nice. Yay, you are not on the cold patrol today. Oh, and just fair warning, I'm not able to go too long today because the Todd has a meeting at 2 o'clock. You did say 2, right? Yes, he has a meeting at 2 o'clock. Okay, then we have this one that is called Santa is Sneaking the Eggnog. Yeah. Okay, so Danielle's been naughty. Adeline's been nice. I think you guys are always nice. So anyway. Oh, God, now we're going to find out about Ruth. I'm going to go ahead and take these out for the next one. Ruth has been nice. Oh my goodness. What has she been doing? So this next collection is called Beautifully Imperfect. So this is going to make it easy for kind of mixed media kind of looks, okay? They're not designed to look perfect, but it's going to be perfect. So first off, we've got, okay, this has got to get out of the way because you know what? That's making it so we have a lot more overexposure. This first one is a 3D embossing folder called Crackle Paint. How fun. Love that. Then we've got, this one is a stencil called Tattered Stripes. So I'm going to take it out of the package. I haven't actually taken it out of the package yet. I know I bought a lot of craft supplies earlier this afternoon. So Ruth has been doing some shopping. So this one is a 2-piece set. And they both give basically a ripped look. So it'll look kind of like you have, yeah. It's called Tattered Stripes. I mean, it's going to be cool. And if you do darker right on those edges, it'll kind of look like you've done ripped pieces of paper on there. So that's going to be cool. And that's going in the trash because that one's ripped. I'm going to just put it in here. And then I will put it away. My stencils all go in one of my binders anyway. So I don't really need a sleeve for it. Okay, put that in there. Then we've got a couple more things. This one is Tangled Thread. People like Bitty Penny and others, she's just the first one that comes to mind. They do a lot of stitching on their cards, like with a sewing machine. This gives you the same kind of look. So these two do the holes. So you could just do the holes and stitch with floss, like we've been doing like with Fergus and different things, right? Or with the stitching die of the month. And then they've got these other pieces that are cardstock that you can line up with the holes to make it look like stitching. Okay, so you've got both options. I'm thinking these will probably do good with some of our wax seals too. You know, like we've got the wax, we've got one of the dies that makes it look like you've done string around it. I think these will be kind of cool to have that too. So here's like a little jumble of it, and this one's got a little bit of loops. These are really pretty, and it's called Tangled Threads. Then we've got Decal Edge Script. So you've got the outside die that does the decal edge for your cards. I know some of y'all have been wanting the decal trimmer. This is going to give you a similar look. Okay, it's going to give you kind of a more of a torn look. These lines are more jagged than when I get out of my decal trimmer, but that's going to be a really cool look. And then you've got the insert to die cut out text. Hey Kelly, how are you doing, honey? Giving you a quick shout out. And while I'm at it, I'm going to do one for Miss Ruth because I know that she does videos too. So there you go, Miss Ruth. But I think that is sometimes when I see these things, that's like, I need that. I need that in my life. But I think that is really pretty. And these are going to kind of help me get that multimedia look without the multimedia mess. But wait, there's more. Yes, this one, what I have in my hand here, I'm waiting. This is called Butterfly Splatter Better Press. You know I'm going to be using this with some foil. I don't have my heat press heated up, so that's one reason why I'm not thinking I'm going to be using that. Well, I think I might use. Okay, I will figure it out in a second. But isn't that lovely? Yeah. Anyway, this one again is called the Beautifully Imperfect set. Then another I'm not going to be doing today because this one is going to be a multiple day project again, probably. We have Stitched Classic Pooh Bear. And I printed out my instructions. There are instructions on the website and I printed those out that shows how to stitch everything. And this is directly from Spellbinders, so these are going to be correct instructions for you. So we have got Stitched Pooh, and they also sent me half a pack of the felt that goes along with this, okay? Just feeling this, it doesn't feel quite as stiff as what I've been using, but it definitely feels more substantial than the stuff that I did not like. So this is going to be the first time I've been trying some of this stuff from Spellbinders. Okay, Ruth says the butterfly makes you think of Erin Reed's Sublimation Butterfly Coloring Pages. Absolutely. Yes. So yeah, this is going to make Pooh Bears. They're only, I think they're 3 inches? A little, well, okay, the body is a little over 3 inches. And do I have a page that's going to show? There's the Pooh Bear. So it's a little Pooh Bear doll that if you do get enough stitching on there, this could be a grandbaby present. Jen, just saying. I even bought batting to go in with this. Although it shows here, I think that's not batting, but I can use batting plus my, okay, this is showing batting. Okay, so I'm going to be using batting and fiberfill for mine. And this is my first package of batting too. It's like, because I don't quilt. But isn't that going to be so much fun? And I have more of the other felt too, so I can always do other colors and things as well. But we're going to be making Pooh Bear coming up. So we're going to have a Pooh Bear series. That's everything except one. And the one that I left out is the one that I want to play with today. There's actually another thing that we thought was coming out today, but it's been postponed, so I'm not going to show you that one yet. Jen says Pooh Baby. So this is called Happier Hour. Kelly's gonna love this. So first off, we have ice cream sundae from a soda fountain. Yeah. So cute, right? Then we have champagne. Even has a diamond ring. So this one is basically for like anniversary or special occasion, those kind of things. So pretty. So pretty. Then we've got a margarita. Why did I say that Kelly's going to love this? Because I know she loves using the different glass dies that Spellbinders has come out with. And so do I. I just have not had them all. Now, this time I've got 3 new ones right here. We've also got, this is called the Linear Touch Rectangles and Tag. One thing that I had noticed is that some of the fluted frames are no longer available. This is very much like the fluted frames that I've already got, which means if the sizes are the same, I might get rid of that one. I'm not 100% sure though, because I had like different shapes. If this replaces it, I may get rid of that one. This one also adds in a tag that's got a little bit of a fluted edge there too, so that's going to be pretty. Then we've got 3 better press plates, better press and die. So we've got Special Toast Sentiments, and I'm going to have to look it up on the website because I cannot read this. Do I have another browser open? I don't think I do. I can use that one. Let me move that over there. But I am loving this collection. So that's why the fact that there's some better press makes me think I'm going to use some foil. So let me go ahead and pull out my foil machine and turn it on so it can start heating up. Okay, we got that starting up. So that way it's ready to go because, yeah, like I said, I have to be done before 2 o'clock because Todd has his meeting. Bum, 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 bum. So let me look at that one. October arrivals. I forgot already. Oh, I'm looking at the sentiments so I can read them off to you. And there is a this is fine. Happier Hour Better Press Sentiments bundle. And that means that there's like there's some that I don't have. What? This one comes with Special Toast, Sip Sip Soleil. Okay, it does come with all. Well, I thought I had. Okay, I do have 2 of the okay, that makes sense. Durr. Okay. So starting off, we've got. I was going to start off with a Special Toast. It's these. Let me look and see if I can find them so I know what they look like. Okay, Todd has words up there again. Okay, it's going to be this one. So, I can't see the darn thing. Let me zoom it in.
Program to bring you this important message. I love you. Now back to our show.
Okay, so we've got Pop, Clink, Fizz, Celebrate. So this is also going to be a good one for New Year's Eve. Okay. The Sparkle Says It All. Cheers to a Happily Ever After. A Ring, a Promise, a Lifetime. I'm just looking to make sure that that's on there. Yep, it's right there. Okay. Because This Deserves Bubbles. And Happy Anniversary. So all of that goes with that one. Special Toast Sentiment. Then we've got Sip, Sip, Olay. Oh my God. Kelly says, I ordered a Special Toast, Sip, Sip, Olay, and Fountain Wishes. Absolutely. These are just so fun. I hope you use my link. Anyway, some days just call for margaritas. Here's to good times and great friends. Happy birthday, your top shelf. I Feliz Cinco de Mayo. In every sip, your spirit shines, and a day this good calls for extra lime. So that is going to be for Sip Sip Olay. And then I got a different one. I wanted the sentiments for this one, and yeah, they had a limited amount that they could send to us, so I got to get that one on order. But the other thing that I've also got is this one. That is called Martini Mood. So I need to look that one up so I can see the sentiments. But look, it's got this little lady sitting in a martini glass drinking a martini. I'm thinking that is going to be super fun. And then the idea that was just hit me in my brain. You know, things just do that, right? But it hit me in my brain as I was walking back from the mailbox. It's like, I wonder if I have a Santa hat or a witch's hat that will fit her. Because if you do... Or if you can draw one, you can always add it to her. That would make it a Halloween or a Christmas card or whatever. You can put a party hat on her. Yes, the ice cream sundae is definitely there. And I want the Fountain Wishes the Fountain Wishes Better Press sentiments too. I do want that. Alrighty. So let me look back and see what the sentiments are for here. And try to read the things. The thing is, I was looking at a page on the website that had the 3 different sentiments on there. So it's like I really had to zoom in to be able to see what those things said. Because, yeah. Okay, so here we go for her. Martini mood. Where there's a woman, there's a way. Oh my God. Still you, just hotter. What was I saying? Oh, I love that. I love that. Let's skip today and try again tomorrow. This card is also so far. Oh, this card is also a what? I don't know what that one says. This card is also Martini mood. I think this one is actually kind of doing a take on menopause. So Martini mood, this one it says this card is also a fan, as in this. So that's funny. Okay, let's just blame Mercury in retrograde, and cheers to sprinkles, wrinkles, and tinkles. Yeah, that one is basically talking about us, and we're going through perimenopause and menopause, and that is too friggin' funny. Oh my God. I think we're doing Martini mood. I love all of these, but I think I'm doing Martini mood, and then I'm going to use this guy to do for the background. Oh my God. And so many of these would go great on pretty much anything you wanted to do for snarky. Hey, Carmen. I don't know if I've asked Carmen if she has a YouTube channel or not. Do you have a YouTube channel, honey? I love the name, so that's why I'm thinking probably yes. Oh, gosh. All right, so I've got my heat press heating up. We don't have to use the heat press, but I kind of want to. I could do this on Better Press by itself too, though. So let me grab out some... And I'm warm, so if you guys hear any air blowing, it's because I have a fan behind me that, depending on how I'm facing, it kind of decides to... Yeah, I can hear it. I can hear it. So I'm taking out a piece of Better Press paper. I'm going to cut that down so it's an A2 size. Oh, okay. So Carmen says I don't post crafts on my, I do, but I only post crafts on my community page. Well, that is totally fine, honey. If you have videos too, we can always have people go over there and take a look, but I'm going to go ahead and give you a shout out so everybody can check you out. If I can find the right button. There we go. So there we go. So I'm going to do this as a Better Press, and I'm going to do this as hot foil. So I hoard this stuff. I don't use it that often, but if you want to make sure that you got a really lovely texture, it's just fabulous for that. Okay. Oh, you are more than welcome, Carmen. So for you guys that don't know about the Better Press, which I think most of y'all do, this basically works as, it's kind of like those old press machines. Kind of like the printing press back in the day. This is kind of where it has evolved. So this now is where you can do basically a perfect stamping of whatever your plate is straight onto your cardstock, and you want to use some that is just luxurious like the Better Press paper for that. I mean, if you're going to do texture, you might as well. So it's going to deboss and stamp at the same time, and the way that it does that is it goes squish. It runs through your die cutting machine and it presses the two pieces together. So I'm going to go ahead and start this part, put my paper there. This is not a full front image, so I don't really need to do the whole thing. I'm going to just use some tape and put this down on there. Usually what I've been doing, if I need to do like a whole front panel, I've been using some double-sided adhesive on there, which does stick to my platen, and it kind of irritates me later. But it makes it so that I don't wind up with a bump in the middle. If you do a roll of tape in the center, you can absolutely do that, but the pressure, you may wind up with a place there that doesn't look quite right because it's got a little extra thickness there. Doing it like this makes it so that you don't have to worry about it. It also has, each of these pieces has also got registration marks. So this, if you went up here, it's going to be for an A7 card front. This is for an A2, which is what I typically use, and you have it mirrored on here too. So now all I need to do is put my plate where I want it. I think I'll have her in the center, right about there. And I'm probably going to die cut her out too, so it doesn't really matter all that much, but I'm going to do that. And what color ink do I want to use? So we've got Better Press ink, which is archival ink, but thicker. So for our Martini girl, what color do we want to go with? I kind of want to go with dark. If I go with one of these light blues, which I love, it's going to be really light on the card, and I kind of want to go a little bolder right now. Kind of thinking, I kind of want to go green, but I kind of want to go, I think I'm going to go strawberry. Let's go strawberry. For texture, how about, I'm going to go back and read that and see what that said. Carmen says, I just ordered mats yesterday. Should get them by Monday. So I'm thinking she's talking about the magic mat. Fabulous. For texture, how about do tape strips behind the whole paper? You could do that, but it's kind of like, I mean, it depends on what kind of look that you want. I want to have the whole image show up nicely. I don't want to have gaps on there if I can avoid it, but that's just me. You may want a more distressed look. If you use a cardstock that's not, and it's also not guaranteed it's going to turn out the way that you're thinking, but yeah, you could do that. Okay, Carmen, you're going to have to let us know how you like it, honey. So Carmen did get her magic mats ordered. Fabulous. So you could do that, but I'm kind of thinking if you want to do texture on the background, wait till after you've done the Better Press and then just run it through an embossing folder, because you can absolutely do that. You can do multiple techniques on a card. You don't have to do just one. Okay, so we're going to go in with some strawberry. So I'm going to attempt to do the tap and twist and hold it in place. My problem is when I do the twist, a lot of times I move it. I don't want to move it. Hey, Stephanie. Welcome in, honey. So we've got us a little hottie here, cooling off in a martini. And now we're going to go ahead and run that through. I need to get my die cutting machine out. And it's under things now. Kitty! Hey, Terry Cooper. Terry, I have to ask you, are you able to do anything and chat and everything on YouTube? I was looking at, basically at my mods and things, and I wound up, for whatever reason, I don't remember exactly why, I wound up in my blocked viewer list. And I saw Terry Cooper. I'm thinking, what happened? So I want to know, are you able to do anything on the YouTube side? Because you should be able to now if you weren't able to. I had no idea you had been blocked, and that's easy to happen. Sometimes, like yesterday with Idolite, I think it was yesterday, somebody accidentally hit, oh, look at that. Look at her. Oh, I love it. It is a little bit crooked. You can see I've got it a little bit crooked there, but that is totally fine because I can use one of those dies and cut that out. But isn't she lovely? Oh, love that. Okay, I'm having problems. I'm going to do another one. My hot foil system is already hot and ready to go, but I'm going to do another one. This time I'm going to do blue. I'm going to use my archival ink in blue. So this is Cobalt archival ink. So yes, other inks besides the Better Press ink will work on it. The archival ink is thicker and it does dry faster, which is perfect. Everybody saying hello. Hi, Stephanie. Alrighty. And Terry Duvall is over on the YouTube side. Yay. And of course, I'm going to just check to make sure you guys are able to see each other's comments on both platforms, correct? If this keeps working like for the next few days, then I'm going to go ahead and fix it so that I'm going to just take the thing down from the top. Because we don't really need it if y'all are able to see each other's comments all the time. I mean, it helps me. This is not what I wanted. It does help me because I can look up and see something happened because it just goes. Whoop. All right. Isn't she lovely though? I mean, yeah, love that. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, I'm going to try to straighten her up a little bit though. Now I got all the ink down. There, she should be straight now. Going to go ahead and run that through, and then we got to do a couple of them with hot foil. Wish die sets came cut apart and ready to go. Well, that's one reason, one of the multiple reasons why I love Spellbinders, because Spellbinders do. A lot of the companies, smaller companies, I think just in general, Spellbinders is one of the first ones that decided to do everything where you didn't have to cut them apart. I don't even have a good wire cutter to be able to do that. I have to say, Todd, oh my God. I love it. Okay. Okay, 2 is enough. I could sit here all day and do these. This is going to be such a fun set. Let me grab my foil. Okay, and then I have to clean this up so I can put it on my glimmer system. And the glimmer system has gotten hot, and then it's decided, hey, you're not doing anything with me, so I'm going to go ahead and shut myself off. So it's starting to cool down a little bit, but it still should not take long to heat back up, I don't believe. Let me see. I'm going to go ahead and hit that one more time. Turn it back on. Isn't this fun though? So if you're not into foil, you don't need the hot foil system. You can use these plates with just your better press system, and that works great for these. We're going to do it on the other two. So this is heating back up even though it is hot. I'm going to put this guy right there in the center like we did the last couple. And what do I want to use? I think I'm going to go with polished brass. We did a lot of that. And I think I've got some panels over here somewhere. Let's roll my cart over. Somebody agreed with something. Okay, I'm going to go back up and see. Terry had said, hi, I expect happy mail. Terry was saying hello to everybody. Kelly said, wish die sets came apart, cut apart, so and ready to go. Absolutely. All I can think of seeing this old pin-up girls from the Home War posters. Okay. Alrighty, and Stephanie said, I agree. Okay, I think I got everybody. So hello, Stephanie. So cute. So cute. All right. What foil do I want to... I said I was going to use this, and I think I'm just going to put on... Do I really want to do that? Y'all said something about blue, so I'm going to try out this one. This is cobalt blue in the foil. So let's do some cobalt blue in foil. And I'm going to cut this little piece off up here at the top. There. so that this is going to fit. I'm actually going to try. You don't have to use this much. All you need is that much, enough to cover that. But I'm going to cover the entire panel. Why? I'm going to also try to do reverse foil or waste foil with a big glimmer plate or big hot foil plate later on. So we're going to do this shiny side touching our girl there. Put our plates over the top and then hit the button, and we're just going to wait for that button to stop blinking. And then let's see, do I have a red out here? I kind of want to try it with the confetti rainbow, but I'm not 100% sure. I do have red. I think I'm going to do red. So we'll have it in both the glimmer, both in hot foil and in Better Press ink. So that'll be cool. Don't you love it when I change my mind? But aren't those just so pretty? And I do have to say, I like it better in the dark. In the blue, it's much bolder than the strawberry. The strawberry is kind of a springtime color. Terry, I saw. Okay, so Ruth is saying, Terry, I saw your name on ECR's rack list, so voila. Okay, this says it's ready to go. So let's do this. I'm going to just pop this out of my glimmer system. And we're going to roll it through our die cutting machine. Why am I going fast? It's not a good idea to go fast with this. I am going to slowly back it up. Just to be on the safe side. And since I'm going slow, it should not have bounced around at all. That's the reason to not go back and forth, is because you can wind up with ghosting, but hopefully we won't have that. I'm going to put this back up over there because we're going to do another one. And you can see the impression. So let's take a look. So here we have with the blue foil, and here we have with the blue ink. Both of those are in cobalt. So they look a lot alike. This one's just shiny because of the foil. And this one has the texture that you can... It just feels so nice. Okay, we've got those. So now I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to do this with red. And where did I put my red? Oh, it's right here. Another one where I've got extra foil that I need to use. So let me put that scrap over there. And we're going to do another panel just like we did the last one. And the paper that I'm using is just Nina. I think it's Nina Solar White. So you do want to use a smooth white cardstock. If you're having problems, you might want to just make sure your cardstock is smoother. Because my opinion is that every single machine you get is going to be a little bit different. And sometimes they just don't work exactly the same way as everybody else's. Just because I don't have any problems doesn't mean that you won't have issues, okay? But if you practice, you're going to get better. And I did have a lot of problems with another machine. I just have let you guys know that with the foil press, I had issues. And so I don't want to use it. I think I will bring it out and do something maybe for the membership for Spark so that you guys can see it in action kind of thing. Too bad the bubble glimmer plate didn't have a hole in the middle, because that would be cool if you did. Okay, so I'm going to read back through that one. Ruth is saying, too bad the bubble glimmer plate didn't have a hole in the middle, because that would be cool if you did the waist, but the bubbles in the rest of the waist, if you know what I mean. You do know that you can reuse the... Okay, let's say with this, I could use an oval hot foil plate just to do that part, meaning, and that will leave basically a piece of foil with nothing else, which means you could do You could do a hot foil in the center to take out whatever piece you want, and then use the other foil piece. I don't know if I'm explaining it well. I need to try that though. I mean, I've got in my brain how it would work, kind of the opposite of what I've been doing, but you could make it so the piece of foil has a hole in the middle, and then you could do your bubbles around it. And I think that is probably a cool idea, and that would go really good with this too. Let me hit the button. Let me see. I'm going to go ahead and... But that would also give... Well, that would also give you a piece of foil cardstock to just use the center with. Let's see. Where's my ovals? Do I have an oval out here? Square, rectangle, heart. My ovals are... I think I've got ovals, and I think they're probably put away. Oh, here we go. So here's an oval. And that does fit right around her. So that means now I'm going to have to go find my bubbles. I'm going to do that while I'm waiting on this. So guys, I will be right back. Where's my be right back button? Oh, well, come on, pull up. My Elgato Stream Deck is not wanting to pull up. So anyway, I'll be right back. It's not doing its thing. Oh, that's because I'm hitting the wrong thing. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so this is ready to go. We're going to try the other, and I probably really have to think about the order of things, because that's the way we're going to get the result that you're describing. Because I know what you're wanting to do. You're wanting to put bubbles, have her in an oval, and have the bubbles going around it, but have it as flat. Because you could do that even without trying to do the special thing that we're going to try to do with the yeah, you could actually do that just by cutting one and then cutting an oval out of the center and then go around it. And I think that's probably going to be the easiest option, but I kind of want to see if this part will work too. So this is an experiment. I think though, you know what I need to do? I need to focus. I got 1 hour and I got to get all of this done. We got to get everything finished before 2 o'clock because Todd has a meeting. Yeah, you're taking me down a rabbit hole. But isn't she pretty? Okay, that one is done. Let me grab one of my magnets. And, okay, this can go, yeah, I'm trying to put all the things where they need to go. And I'm going to go ahead and heat up that oval. So we're going to try it. Again, I don't know. Where did I put the thing? I am so bad. I say, where did I put it? And it's like right there. So we're going to go ahead and heat up the oval. But in the meantime, I'm going to start putting, well, I need to do, I'm not going to do this yet. I need to do sentiments. I'm going to do the things that I need to get done before my time limit is up. And then we can see about doing the other stuff, okay? But I do kind of want to do, I'm going to do this first. I like the idea of bubbles around her, so I am going to do a bubble panel, but then I'm going to die cut out of it. Because this is going to be the easier option than the idea that Ruth had. I mean, Ruth had an absolute wonderful thought, and I'm finding a couple of different ways that we can get that done. So one is going to be, this is going to have to go double heat. So while I'm doing that, I can go ahead and do better press of the sentiments. Yeah, while this is heating up. Because we need to double heat that one because it is so huge. All right. And I know I don't need multiple sentiments, but I am going to... You can also cut her out and put her wherever you want to. So I don't know if I'm going to do that, but I've got 4 panels, so I can do 4 different versions, right? So I'm going to go ahead and do the better press first. And this time, because it is a sentiment, I'm not really as concerned about it being cool texture, so I'm just going to use regular cardstock. Hey, Miss Linda. Welcome in, honey. Let's go ahead and give Miss Linda a shout out. Alrighty, and I'm going to start with my cobalt. So we're going to make some... I love these sentiments. Oh my! I mean, I love the idea of her to begin with when I first saw it, but I never did actually read through the sentiments until I was reading them off to y'all. I was like, oh my god, this is so fun. These are so cool. Who doesn't love a snarky kind of sentiment, you know? Okay, so that says platform ready. I'm going to shut it off and turn it back on so those bubbles can reheat up. And we're going to go ahead and run this through. I know I'm kind of off camera, but that's because my glimmer system is right there. Let's see if I can move it over some. There we go. That gives me a little bit more camera space. And there are our sentiments. Let's skip today and try again tomorrow. I love that. What was I saying? What was I saying? I love this. So these are going to be so much fun. Let's go ahead and die cut those out. Well, yeah, we are going to go ahead and die cut them out. But first, let's go ahead and get this ready because it did do the second heat up. So that is good. I just need my blue foil again. We're going to go with cobalt for all of those pretty bubbles. Actually, no, I'm not. Yes, I am. I keep changing my mind. This, I think, would do really good too with silver bubbles on acetate, kind of like what we did around the time I was playing with this when this came out. Yeah, when this one came out with all of the other fun ocean things, sea things. I forgot what the name of the collection is, but that's okay. Oh, Beneath the Bubbles. I think it was something like that. Anyway, that's what this glimmer set is. This glimmer plate is called. So we got that. Let's go ahead and put a piece of cardstock down. Add our plates. Hit the button. And then move it out of the way. Okay. Now we'll go ahead and die cut out our sentiments. Hello, Infinity. So Jen said something about Kelly's craft is my favorite. What? Okay. I need one that says, I heard you, but have no idea what you said. I know, right? These are going to be so precious. Well, hello, Miss Nancy. Welcome in, hon. All right. I also think I'm pretty sure I've got this video set up, and you're going to have to tell me if it has worked the other times I've done it, but I think I have this one set up to automatically go to Elizabeth's channel. Just so you know, she's going live at 3. It's a bonus stream for her. And I think Simon Hurley is going live sometime today as well. So that means I need... This is a good use for my magnetic magic mat, and I didn't have it out. So that means that that's probably what I'm going to be watching. I'm also watching videos from a summit, and I'm trying to do too many things at once. I don't have the time to do all the things I want to do. So I'm trying. Anyhow. But I plan on being in the chat for those. Simon just finished. I have to go and look and see, but 3 o'clock, Elizabeth's going live. That's Elizabeth Costa-Rogers, for those of you that don't know her. And she's probably... I'm 99% sure that it's going to be Simon's new collection, which I didn't know he had a new collection today. Yeah. This card is also a fan. Oh my God. Bethany, you're going to love this. Oh my goodness. We have got us a cute little lady in a martini glass. I just did 2 panels on Better Press and 2 panels with hot foil. And now I'm cutting out a bunch of fun sentiments to go with it. And we're going to try doing bubbles around the girl in the martini glass. Oh, I need to do that next because this is ready. The hot foil is ready. So we're going to go ahead and run that through. So I'm doing like a Better Press hot foil frenzy kind of thing right now. And I have only got... 55 minutes to be 100% completely done. I really was planning on doing just something simple, and you know what? I kind of get excited. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so here we have our bubbles. You guys have seen this before because this plate came out before, but isn't that cute? So now what I'm going to do, kind of because we were going to experiment with this, let me grab, I'm going to put my oval right in the middle there. And we're going to let that heat up a minute. And then I'm going to try, I could do it with one of them. Do you want me to try to put the bubbles on her? I'm afraid I'm going to mess up the foil if I do that. I could possibly do it on one of the ones that, I could do it on this one. This one I'm not as happy with anyway. So what I'm going to try to do is actually do the waist. No, I can't do it yet. We're going to try to basically make an oval in this. We're going to put it onto another piece of cardstock. And then we're going to try using what's left over from that one and put it on here where the oval is around the girl. Okay. So multiple ways to do the same kind of thing. And if it doesn't work out, that's okay because I've got the parts to make all the things and it's all just paper. Okay, that says it's ready to go. I am going to shut it off and turn it back on. Let it heat up again because it is a solid plate. I want to make sure the whole thing is done. But with this one, I could just cut an oval and put it right around her, and that would look perfect. That would give us the same kind of idea, and this one could be popped up. So it really depends. Do you want flat card, or do you want it to be popped up? Jen says it is 5 o'clock somewhere. Ruth says, Debbie, you can use the fan sentiment on a card with a fan on it, motor and battery, etc. Or you could use it, you could use it on well, that one, no, that's not really appropriate, I don't guess. There is that one where we had the fan, the actual fan, the Chinese fan card from from months ago. I got all the products in my brain. I have no idea when I got them. 6:06 p.m. Yeah. Okay. And then I'm also going to be using this. All right. Did I finish? Yes, I did. So while we're waiting for this to finish, it's doing its beeping thing or blinking thing. We've got our sentiments all cut out. And because I use the magnetic mat, everything is pretty much cut perfect. Also, everything lines up with one another, so you've got a lot more reference points when you use one of these big dies like that. Okay. Let's just blame Mercury in retrograde. I love these. Oh my god. I love these. I get tickled over a lot of sentiments and stuff anyway, but I'm thinking these would work great even if you don't have a martini girl. It's just they're funny with, you could do it with anything. I really think you could. So I'm going to have to try that. Stephanie is saying, hey, Carmen. Linda is saying, hi, Idolite. Everybody's saying hello to everybody. I love that. Jen is saying pop-up. Of course, we do love our pop-ups. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put my foil down. Okay, so we're going to have this facing down. I'm going to try to center it so that I've got a good outline around it to use later. And then we're going to put our foil, our paper down. And then we're going to put this down. Now, the hard part on this is trying to get everything lined up. Ruth is saying action wobbler. We've got a die, so we could do an action wobbler with her. I'm going to shut it off, turn it back on, and then I hit the button because I hit the button before I put all the things on, so it wasn't actually ready. I don't know. These are so cool. These are so cool. Where are my other panels? Where did I put them? Oh, I put them all over here. So we have 2 in blue. We have 2 in red. We have some bubbles. We have this piece we're going to do with bubbles again. And then we're going to see how it does. And then I'm going to try to start putting things together. I think. Yeah. So one thing with this one. Infinity said, ooh, it would be fun to have a shaker card over the glass part like bubbles or fizz. Exactly. I have done a shaker card with this set where it's all on acetate and you use that as the outside. And I think for that one, it was the little bag that you could get your, yeah, I did it with a bag. Anyway, but yeah, that would be fabulous. So who is popping in that I haven't seen in here yet? Sharon's in the house. Linda's in the house. Stephanie's in the house. Everybody's here. Okay, so this is ready to go. Let's go ahead and run it through. I get too excited. I apologize. I apologize. I get excited about things. I'm hoping that oval is going to be in place. Now I'm going to run it forward and back. A lot of times you don't want to do that. A lot of times you don't want to run it forward and back because you could always shift the glimmer plate. Well, in this case, I'm not really that worried about it because it's going to mostly stay in place. And we're just trying to pick up that, the waste foil, right? I think that's probably more than enough times. Also wasn't going so fast, I don't think, that it's going to cause a problem. Okay, so there we go. And it came off perfect. And look at this. So we now have a piece here that has nothing in the center. So we created a piece of foil with a hole in the middle. Okay. That means that now I have to bring out a different foil plate. And this time I'm going to use my Catherine Pooler because it's bigger. I've got a full front Catherine Pooler glimmer plate in here somewhere. There we go. Hot foil plate. So because it's bigger, it's going to do the same thing though that I just did there. Okay, it's going to do the same thing. So I need that to start heating up. And now I have to be a little bit more careful about where I place everything. So we've got this and we decided to go with her. Oh, this is going to be fabulous. Oh, I mean, you could also just leave it on the plastic. It doesn't have to be attached to anything, but I'm going to attach it. So that is where I want it. So I'm going to tape it down, okay? I'm going to tape the foil to the back of the card so that it doesn't move. I want it to stay in place. Right now, I am heating up the hot foil piece so that it's going to apply the heat where I want it. This one does have to go at least twice. It is a big plate, and we're going to try to make it so this goes on there perfect. Now, this is a lot of steps to make a flat card, and you could do different versions that are not a flat card. And yes, I'm using a lot of tape on here. This is a technique that I'm remembering from when I try to do things with artist brew, because if you don't use enough tape, things are going to shift. So I'm hoping this is not going to shift, because that's right where I want it. Okay, so I'm going to put this to the side for a minute. My glimmer system says that it's heated up once. I'm going to turn it off and turn it back on so it heats up again. And I'm going to put this on over the top to make sure that it gets nice and hot. All right. And then we're putting those over to the side. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut an oval out of this one. And I do still have my ovals. Yeah, kind of doing the same exact design, but with different products. Do I have my ovals over here? That's not it. Where's it at? I also don't know that the oval fluted frames are still around. Okay, I do have them. I don't think that they're available anymore, but if you have ovals or you have circles or whatever, you can do whatever shapes you want to do. I'm just going with ovals today. So these are blanks. I think I'm going to do this one with the red. Kind of go red and blue. I think that'll look good. And this oval is a good size for that. So I'm going to do that one. And let's use again oh, here we go. We're going to use the Magnetic Magic Mat again to try to keep it in place where I want it. Because I do want to keep it centered. And I do want to keep it as straight as possible in the center so I don't waste any of that. And this is also going to give us another oval that we can use. And the hot foil system is about ready, but I'm also being careful on that one. I just hit the button again to reheat it. Okay. So now we can put it on there however we want and center her right in the middle of it. I love that. Oh gosh, that is so cool. Yeah. All right. I don't know if the new dies are going to fit this, but we're going to see. Because it really depends on if my panel was the right size. And looks like it does. Let's see where it goes on the inside. That's going to be perfect. I'm going to go ahead and use this new, the Linear Touch Rectangles and Tag die, the largest, to basically just add that detail because my card panel was already A2. Okay, this is not going to work. I have to put it down at an angle because I can't move it on my magnetic mat. So I have to put it down crooked. This is the first time I've had that issue because I haven't had anything that had to be lined up exactly with the exact same as my panel, and I needed it to go at an angle. And now I've got it at too much of an angle. It's over the edge there, so now I got to move it one more time. I don't know if I can't shift it. I can shift the die, but not the panel because it was kind of being held down with the rest of it. Okay, try this again. Trying it one more time. That's a good angle. It's just so close of an edge. Goodness. I'm going to tape it. I was trying not to tape it, but I got to. This one is one that's not wanting to... The magnetic magnet is almost making it harder to do. I'm only going to tape it on the one corner, though. And then we're going to go with it. One thing I've noticed is that sometimes when you're doing dies like this one that has all of that detail right in that die, the fluted part, when you try to die cut through it, it's gonna die cut through your tape too, and it just doesn't want to move again. Okay, there we go. Also, I can get it on there straight. Yeah. Let's go ahead and add that little fluted detail. This is going to have a lot of detail for a simple card, you know? So we have that little detail there. That looks kind of cool. And we're going to have it popped up around her. And this one is almost done. All we have to do is pop everything up on foam, line it all up, trim the pieces we need, and add a sentiment. It's almost done. So now that we're done with this part, let's do the other, right? Foam. Yes, foam is life. So here we go with this. This is not foam, but this is where we're going to do that piece that we just lined everything up on. This one that I've got all taped in place, okay? So I'm going to put that down onto my hot plate. Make sure it's kind of in the center. I want to make sure it's covering all of the areas. And this is the first time I've tried this. I'm really excited to see if it's going to work. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm going to go ahead and hit the timer and set that to the side. And while it is heating back up and doing its thing again, let's go ahead and get this one more done. So I want it to be about here. Let me grab a pencil. Don't want it there. I want it to be about there. Okay, so that tells me I can see those little tiny lines to see where I need to make sure I don't cut over. But I do need to cut this smaller so that it's going to fit better behind it. Okay, so that should work. And then we're going to grab us out some foam tape. And well, that's not done yet. I do need, is this one okay? I think that one's lightweight. I need myself card base. Here we go. This one's a heavyweight. So this card is almost done. Okay. Well, it's going to have a little red on it. I'm sorry. And I think that's because I was using that to clean up something yesterday and I forgot. I don't remember what I was doing with it. Okay, my hot foil system says it's ready, but I'm going to leave it there for a minute while we finish this one up because a little extra time on there is not going to hurt anything. Okay, so first I need to see exactly where do I want her. I'm going to glue her to the back. And I'm going to use this as a guide so I know that I've got it exactly centered where I want it. And of course I'm using liquid glue, so I've got wiggle room. Kitty. Let's see, is she still centered? She's close. I think she needs to move a little bit over that way. And I may need to trim a little bit more off there. I think she's really close. And it's not wanting to slide anymore. Okay, let's see if that is about right. I'm going to say that that is good. Press it that down and then trim off this little bit over here on the edge that nobody's going to see anyway. Now, if you line everything up perfect to begin with, then you're not going to have this issue. But I didn't know this is what we were going to do until we decided to. Is this the look that you were thinking of, Ruth? I want to know. Let's grab out our foam and start adding it. I am going to have to trim it because it's actually wider. It is wider than the piece needs to be. Foam is live. Yes. Oh my goodness. Callie says, finally finished die cutting dies apart on 8 sets. Yeah. So Ruth is saying that this is something like what she was thinking. Okay. I think I am going to have to go ahead and do, hey, Miss Norma, welcome in, honey. I am going to have to go ahead and do that, do the glimmer. Okay. So let's go ahead and run that through before this decides that it's too hot. I don't think it's going to give us a problem, but you never know. So I'm going to run it forward and back. And we're going to see if this works. Because I think if this one works, it's going to be exactly what what Ruth was saying. I think. Jen's laptop just froze. No. So Norma says, hi, everyone. Lots of craft watching today. Okay, so it looks like it's stuck on there pretty good. So let's remove the foil, the carrier sheet, the plastic, and see if this does what we were hoping for. And I have to remember there's tape. Oh, look at that. And the tape is stuck. Because it got hot, the tape did get, and this is not heat resistant tape. Someone asked me about that before. I think it was yesterday. It's not heat resistant tape. This is the only time it's given me problems. Let me cut that off, I think. I don't know if it's going to let me. It is kind of wanting to stick on there. So I'm just going to be careful because I don't really want this to come off. Now, when you're doing a second foiling, you're using the weights. It doesn't always come out quite as shiny, but it does look fabulous still. Where's my... There we go. I just don't want to rip anything. And I think the only reason it's doing like this is because I left it on there quite a while. There we go. And now that now that it's cooling down, the tape is willing to let go. Yay! Aw, Kelly says, "Oh my God, my neighbor found a stamp and die set in a charity shop and bought it. It's me. It's Halloween thing." That is so fun. Okay, I'm not going to worry about the tape on the back, so I'm just going to trim them off. Because I think it's going to be less trouble than me trying to do the thing. But this is the first time that I've tried. This is basically 3 different times using that foil. So 1 to get it down, 2 to get the oval done, and 3 for that last one. So we've used that foil 3 times for 3 different cards. 3 different panels. I think that is wonderful. I hadn't tried it before, and now we've got one where we did that. This has a little bit of distress. Oh, and I can still feel some of the texture. Hey, Barbara, welcome. Linda says, "I just realized it's Christmas music in the background." It's October. Where's the Halloween music? I have done Halloween music. I'm trying to save my Halloween music for the Halloween ones because they are very distracting. But how do you like that? I think I'm going to do the same thing where I'm going to use this die to do that edge. Or I think I might do the smaller one. The reason I'm thinking of doing the smaller one is because we've got this bit of white over here. No, that's too much. Okay, I'm not going to use the frame for it. That's just the way it is. I'm going to trim it down a little bit, and we're going to do just like we normally do. Has Carmen been naughty or nice? Carmen's been naughty. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and finish putting this one together first. Otherwise, I'm not going to be done. I got 30 minutes. 30 minutes, guys. And for you guys that don't know, I have got myself a deadline because my honey has a work thing that he has to do. He's got a video call at 2, and I need to let him do his thing. I mean, he's been very, very courteous and letting me do my thing. And especially since I upped how much I'm live streaming. See, it wasn't hard before because you know what I did before? I just recorded videos and just didn't do it when he had his calls. And now it's like, well, now I'm live all the time. So he kind of is, he's had to change his things. And he is super sweet. He also said that he's probably going to be doing some audio testing stuff. So if there's any odd sounds that pop up in the background, which haven't yet, but if there are any odd ones, that's what it is. He's doing audio testing for some speaker thing that he's working on. And this part is boring. Sorry, I'm just adding the foam. So it's got a little bit of dimension. At least you don't have to edit. I know. Well, I did record earlier this week. I recorded a video that is going to go up tomorrow. I need to do the last finishing touches on it, like the blog post and that kind of thing. But I recorded a video 2 days ago. Recorded, edited, and actually 2 versions of the edit because I'm doing one on my channel and one on Parablossom Press. So it's a light up card, guys, that's coming out tomorrow morning. And I still need to finish the blog posts. So I got most of the blog post done yesterday, last night actually while I was watching TV, and I just need to add pictures and stuff because I did it on my laptop. But that'll be going up for tomorrow. So I did that this week too, and I've got other recording things that I need to do. I tried not to do voiceover if I can avoid it. I've just gotten better at talking to you guys as I craft, and that's one reason why I'm not having to do the voiceovers. But y'all have to tell me if they looked polished enough, or do I need to revisit that? But y'all don't tell me there's any issues, so. And y'all seem to like them, so yeah. Okay. I gotta put glue on this because if I don't, yeah. Ghosties! Somebody do exclamation point ghost. Give Linda some Halloween goodies. She may have forgotten the commands for the Halloween goodies. Okay, and I'm trying to line it up right with the edge and have it actually straight, and that does not always work for me. Now we have bats. We're just a little bit batty. Oh. I think I need to trim a little bit on that side, but we have a bunch of sentiments. First. Okay, this first one I'm going to have, what was I saying? And I'm going to pop it up on some foam. Oh God, we've got way too many Halloween goodies. I was also thinking that no, I have not tested it yet. I have a feeling it has to do with, I'm going to tell you what I'm thinking, okay? I live in Florida. We have electrical storms. We have our power go out. And when that happens, if our computer system, if all of our stuff goes down, it resets the IP address, and I think that's what it is, and I have to look into it. And this is something that just dawned on me yesterday afternoon, and it's going to take a lot of digging for me to find if that's it. I have not had the time to work on it yet. But if you have an idea for me, feel free to send it to me over in Discord, and I will take a look at it. Maybe just say in the Discord thing, say exclamation point idea, so I know that it's an idea. Okay, there's our first one with that design that was inspired by Ms. Ruth. I am going to trim a little bit because all of my card bases, and this happens every time, or almost every time, my card panel, my cardstock is just a smidge bigger than what it's supposed to be when I cut it. So this is actually, I think it's like probably instead of 8.5 by 11, it's like about 1/8 of an inch bigger on both sides. So that just means that I have to trim them down. So there's the first one, all in foil. Okay, here's the second one. It's going to be the same kind of design. I just need to trim this one down, and then we're going to, it's kind of the same thing. And then pick a different sentiment. So I'm going to cut to take care of that white on the edge. Oh, I also need to make sure she's straight. There we go. I think I'm going to leave her all the way tall and just trim off. I think that only needs like an 1/8, maybe. Let me see. So on this side, okay, that's almost to 1/4. On this side, might be about right. I'm going to say that she is pretty close. And since I did it at an angle over there, let me trim just a touch off of the other sides. That should even everything up and make her little glass even. And then we'll see what it looks like on a card base. I want to trim a little bit more off of there. There we go. I think she's close to center. It looks like she might be a little bit off, but we will see. Well, a good way to find out. So from this side, she's centered. From this side, she's off. Okay. I think. Did I look at it wrong? I may have looked at it wrong. Okay, there's our center line right there. I was looking at the wrong part. Yeah, she is off. No, she's not. I'm looking at it wrong. I need to look at the thing. Let me take the thing off. I have not used the centering piece on this, and I should. I mean, that's one of the main features, right? So this is the short side, and it's also not... okay, that's part of the reason that if I have her right there, that means I've got her at 1, 2, 3 eighths, 2 eighths. So she's a quarter from the edge on that side. If I turn it over and I put it a quarter from the edge on that side, is she still centered? No, she is off by a little bit. I think, I don't know. Homemade, not Hallmark. I know, guys. I know. I'm cheating. She is about I think she's like about 1/8 of an inch off. But I think it's going to be close enough. Do y'all think it's close enough? If it's close enough for y'all, it's close enough for me. Stop obsessing over a smidge. Okay, let me get some. I'm going to go ahead and make another couple of card bases. That one's not heavyweight. Let me grab heavyweight. That's watercolor. And here's my heavyweight. That need to put more in the drawer. Definitely. It's close enough. Alrighty. Do you want this one popped up as well? This one is basically a flat card. It doesn't have anything extra on it. But it is so pretty and shiny. But it also doesn't need any kind of extra. It could be just that. Okay, Danielle says yes. She wants the foam. Okay, 20 minutes, guys. Counting down. I am trying to look at the clock better. Everybody wants foam because foam is life. Next week, I think it's next week. Next week, I think we have a summit. So tomorrow I have a class, and I would love for you guys to come and join me. This one is the spray magic. So we're going to be playing with our spray foam. I mean, we're going to play with sprays. We're not playing with foam. Anyway, we're going to be playing with sprays, and then we've got the stress-free card making summit. I think starts next week. And what else do I have on here? I think I've got the Holiday Craft Summit also starts next week. So if you guys don't have your tickets for those summits, y'all need to do it. I'm looking to see if I have any. What color is that? That's blue. Don't have any foam that's going to match, so I'm going to just use this. Probably going to have to order me some more foam again. Hey, Elka. Welcome in. Cheers to random ideas. Oh, my God. You scare me, Ruth. You have such wonderful ideas and say, you know, you could have done it. No, I have not. I've been meaning to. What's more, so Ruth wanted to know, have I ever tried the shaving foam technique? No, I have seen it. I know how it works. And I've actually been wanting to do that with artistry reinkers because I saw somebody did that and it was wonderful. So I am seriously thinking about doing that one. It's kind of where, as I'm thinking about doing the technique, I wind up, and this is with a lot of techniques, by the way. I think that would be so cool. I need to do that. And then I run out of time. I wind up with not enough time, which is one reason why I've been telling you guys I am pushing so much to try to be able to work ahead and all the things, because there's so many things I want to do and I just have not had the time to do it. That's why you don't see a lot of recorded video right now on my channel. The reason for that is because recorded video tends to take me more time than doing a live stream. And the end result is basically the same, other than on a recorded video, you don't have to fast forward to get through all the stuff where I'm not doing anything that helps you. Okay, I'm going to have to look at something. Well, you have Todd, so you already have a supply of shaving. No, he does not use shaving cream. He uses a dry shaver. I did buy Dollar Tree shaving cream probably 4 or 5 years ago, which probably means it's not any good anymore, so I probably need to get more. But yeah, I haven't gotten around to using it, all because time. Time is always the thing. It's like, if I'm going to try something new and messy, I need to make sure I've got time to do the new and messy. I need faster. Yes, this is faster. So what did Linda say? I have to go back and look because I saw Linda was saying something. Linda said, takes a lot more resources to make a recorded video too, hence my only lives on my channel. I know, exactly. But I also have to admit that sometimes I get lost in all of the techie stuff because I'm wanting to do more stuff for the lives. And yeah, I get lost in all of the things. Okay, making sure this is up. Okay, so this is the top. No, actually I had it wrong. This is the top. Oh, I was about to put this thing upside down again. And it is straight on 2 sides, and the other 2 sides are a little bit big, so I'll just trim them down real quick. And then this one, other than the sentiment, is done too. So that's 2 cards, and we still have 15 minutes. I do need to go this way. So this is going to go to 5.5, right about there. And then this one... Where's my 4 1/4? Like right about there. Is that 4 1/4? I'm looking at both. So I like that I've got the lines here too, so I can see at the bottom. And we're going to say that that is close enough as well. I know all of you guys are going to love these because of the sentiments. Okay, so which one do we want to use for this one? Sprinkles, wrinkles, and tinkles. I'm going to do that one. I think that's fun. And let's pop that up on a little bit of foam. I think some of these are going to be kind of... one thing I want to do at some point, and I haven't done it because you guys have been stealing all my cards, but one thing I do want to do is have some that go out to my members and things. Like whether they're members on... I'm probably going to think more random things for members of Spark. Because when you sign up for Spark, I get your address. So I think that would be fun. I was also thinking this is one of those cases because we've got so many little sentiments here. You could just die cut it out multiple times and automatically have higher... you can automatically add your dimension without having to add little strips of foam to it because you just glue them all together. Okay, who is chilling with Santa? I will start recording ones once I get a new computer that can handle the editing software and stuff. If it ends up upside down, God, if it ends up upside down, we will know she's drunk. Oh my goodness. Okay, Linda, have you tried yet DaVinci Resolve? I don't know what kind of resources it takes, but you can always give it a try, and it's a free software. And that is what I switched to. I was using for a long time. I was using Power Director that I paid for. And then I paid for it, and then they wanted me to get the newest version, and I'd have to pay for it again. And it's like, this is ridiculous. So I wound up finding out that a lot of people that do recorded video use DaVinci Resolve, and it's free. There is a paid version that is a studio, but it's basically where you can create movie quality is what I've been seeing. And they're constantly updating. So here is card number 2. On my phone doing everything at the moment. Oh, your laptop completely died. Ah. So no buy until Black Friday. Okay, do not look at these cuties then. So we have 2. We have more panels, but I think I'm almost out of time. We wanted to do a die cut one too, though. So I could do a die cut one. How about this lady on top of the dark blue? Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and die cut her out, and we're just going to see how it looks, because I haven't done that part yet. Yeah, we're doing all the things, because it does come with a die. So 2 cards so far. You guys, I know, want to win a card, so just so that we don't wind up running out of time, I'm going to go ahead and start the giveaway part. Let me do the reset real quick to make sure it doesn't try to pick up from yesterday. And then we can start, you guys, getting in the giveaway. So go ahead and type into the chat on YouTube or Twitch or both. You can type into the chat !join, and then I'll let you pick which of the cards, which of our little Martini mood cards you want to take. And I will get that in the mail for you. So I'm using my magnetic magic mat again because this isn't a stamped image, but it is a stamped image. Anytime you want to make sure it's lined up perfect with whatever is on your panel, then this one works great. And I'm just going to make sure it's where I want it. Hello, Ilka again. Is there anybody in that I haven't already said hello to? I think I've said hello to everybody. I think that's actually perfect on there. Okay. And since parts of this is sketchy, you know, not weird sketchy, but just that it's sketched-ish, because there's parts on it that are a little bit sketchy on there, if you don't line it up perfect, the die, it's going to still look fabulous. There it is. I'm trying to do all the things. Okay. These are so cute. I mean, you know... This also means that you could do her and put her on basically anything. You could have this all in red and put it on Christmas pattern paper. And I'm thinking if you add a Santa hat to her, it'll be fabulous. There we go. Come on, pop out. There she is. Perfect. And then we wanted to do something with one of these ovals. I haven't decided what yet. Oh, I kind of like that. I kind of like that. I kind of want to actually... Well, let's see what she looks like on the other one. I kind of want to... I think she looks better with the darker one. Also, you could do different colors. I don't have the other colors because I already did everything in the red. But yeah, what do you think? Debbie, with the waste from the die cut, you could put bubbles on that and shake card it. What? I've got the giveaway working, honey. Todd says I need to give away my cards. So we have 21 people in the drawing so far. I need to go back and see what she said. Debbie, with the waste from the die cut. Oh, I see what you mean. So we could make this into a shaker. Absolutely. I'm not throwing this away. This is my better press paper. But yeah, you could absolutely make this into a window for a shaker. And I'm probably going to, I think I'm going to do something like that. Actually, we could line it up over her there, pop it up, and I could do a shaker. But I kind of don't want to. I need to do something else on there. I will figure out something else for that piece, but I'm not going to do it right now. Stephanie says, hi, Todd. Having her offset looks great. I know. I think that's the one I want to do with it. I may do the same kind of thing. I don't know what I'm going to do with the other one. Let's go ahead and put this card together. So we'll have 3. And why not see... I don't know if this panel is going to fit around it. I could. No, I don't want to do that. I like the frames, but I don't think it looks right with this. It would look better with the fluted frames for the ovals, but I don't really want to use those. Bum, bum, bum. Who wouldn't go? Where's my... I've lost things again, and I'm sure that they're like right here in front of me. 1, 2. I'm looking for my T-square that I put in the wrong spot. Okay. So this is at a slight angle. It is a slight angle. I don't know if that's going to help me at all. I need to see if I can trim this so that it's going to be actually straight. So, actually, this will help me. Okay, we're going to go there, and then that's the other end. I'm going to put a little pencil mark there because I'll be able to line them up with the vertical lines on my paper trimmer. So that's going to be right about there, and this one's going to slide. We're going to go with, let's see if I can go with the 6.5 inch. Nope, that's not going to be enough. Bump, 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 bump. 2 inches maybe? All right, got it. This is going to be close enough. It gives me a starting point. So now if I line that part up, I can get the rest of these to be square. And then I can finish that one up to make it square. All right, so at least it is now straight on the card. This one does need to be trimmed more because it doesn't come all the way to the end. And then how much do I have on the side? Because, you know, I should be using my tools better. So that's a 1/4 inch. Okay, that needs to be cut down by another 1/8 of an inch. I think that's a 16th. I need one more. Trying to make it actually about the right. It's close enough. So that needs a 1/4 inch cut off. All right. I'm actually learning to do this. Somebody's doing something on YouTube. What? Oh, you're trying to do Todd? Oh, you have there's a cooldown. You can't do that too often. That's 1/4. So this needs, how much does that need cut off? About an 1/8. About an 1/8. Okay, the Todd says I have 2 minutes, but then my clock says I have 4. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do the giveaway, guys. Anybody else? Okay, they're actually saying 4 minutes. I know now what they're talking about. They say I have 4 minutes. Okay, so anybody else want to get in on the giveaway? If you don't, forever hold your peace because, you know, it's going to be too late. So, ready? Tigger is always right, says Norma. Okay, let's go. Who's it gonna be? And then you get to pick Danielle. So this one's not done yet, but this is what we've got. Okay, so this one's not done yet. So which one do you want, Miss Danielle? So we've got What Was I Saying? Cheers to Sprinkles, Wrinkles, and Tinkles. And then we've got where you can pick from one of these 5 additional sentiments. So which one do you want? So Danielle says number 1. So you want, what was I saying? Is that right? Smalls! I'm about done. Oh my God, love you. Thank you for the raid. Right? I'm not always there at night. It's just a minute. I'm waiting for the raid to be done. Okay.
Dreams rated your channel with 16 viewers.
I'm sorry, guys. I have to go. My husband's starting a call, but here's the cards that we made today. So super cute. And I hope to see you on the next one. I'm planning on going live again on Monday, maybe one time during the weekend, but I do have to go because he's got a call starting like right now. So anyway, I love you guys. Thank you so much. And I will see you guys later.